And we are live. Hello, Amanda.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
Actually, I'm great. I've been for a nice little run this morning.
Alongside I know. I saw it.
I've only just got out of the shower, so I'm a bit wet hair today. I'm sorry, everybody. You don't need to see that.
Gorgeous, you were. Looked absolutely beautiful.
It was just stunning. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I managed 8 miles. So I'm feeling pretty smug, actually. I'm not going to lie. But like many people, my lockdown body is not the same as my pre-lockdown body. So I asked Amanda to come on because Amanda runs an amazing clothes shop and knows everything there is to know about body shapes and clothes.
Not too much.
Yeah, no, like, on that pedestal, girl. You are not coming down. So just, Amanda, tell us a little bit about you and what's the business you run.
Okay. Hi, Sam. Hi, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Amanda Slattery, and I own Maya in Kendal, and it's Maya and not Maya. Conversation that Sam and I have just had means 2 different things. Had it since 2006. It was actually my retirement, believe it or not, when I retired from business development in the motor trade. Woman in a man's world. Very, very long story, cutting it very short. Just wanted to do something a bit more girly and a bit more close to home. So then was born Maya. That was 14 years ago. We started off in Blackhall Yard. We have been in Wainwright Yard. We are actually about to move. After lockdown, we will be moving. And so we're sort of in between that at the moment. And actually, we're going to be on Dockeray Hall, which is just on the Burneside side of Kendal. We're going slightly semi-industrial because a lot of our customers drive to us now. So we've got a brand new place with private parking and a big sun terrace outside and a bar.
How lovely.
Yeah.
See, that it sounds more like a destination place. I have to admit, I'm not a clothes shopper, and the idea of trying to park in town and come around and browse is my idea of hell. I know it's not most women. I'm a bit like you. Woman in a man's world, and probably should have been born a man. So clothes and me, we don't get on well. The clothes that are in my closet have been there for a very, very long time, probably before you opened. But you being around for 14 years, you've kind of broken the mold for, I think, for Kendal boutiques, because Kendal independent boutiques have not had a good history. They don't last very long at all. They come and go really quickly. Why do you think?
Kendal's a difficult town. It is a difficult town to have a business in. Part of the reason, but this is a whole other session, really. Kendal and Brexit and now coronavirus and everything else. It's been a very difficult market. But you're absolutely right. You just mentioned destination shopping, and that's what people are looking for now. They're looking for the experience. And to be honest, we're slightly changing our name as well to the Maya experience, because that is effectively what we do anyway. So we're just making that bit of us a little bit more formal. And I'm actually, just while I'm talking to you, looking at my roots. So I'm really sorry about this, everyone.
I'm here with wet hair. You're here with roots. It's lockdown often.
I might just go with it. I might just let it go. Yeah,
it looks beautiful to me, honestly. At least it's not like black and then big white strips like a panther.
No, it's the opposite. I keep forgetting it's the other way around as well. This thing, isn't it? That's very confusing.
So, what do you think has been your success secret then? Maybe not a secret, maybe just hard work and being able to pivot quickly, which is what you're doing again now. But what has been your survival factor where other people have not been able to? Do you think it's because, I wonder, with some sort of, let's call them a lifestyle business. I know that Maya isn't, but let's say that, you're coming up to retirement or redundancy and you think, oh, I know, I'll have a little clothes shop and I'll just play around with it and I'll go in when I feel like it and it'll make loads of money. And, doesn't happen, does it?
No, and that's why I think a lot of women do a fashion business as a hobby, and it isn't. It's a hard market. I'm very like you, Sam. I eat, sleep, and breathe my business.
Yeah.
I listen to what you say about the hours you put in. If you're not prepared to eat, sleep, and breathe your business, don't have one.
No.
The end.
You don't have one that you want to grow, because there are people that are happy with that lifestyle size business. But that's the trouble, isn't it? Kendal rents are too expensive for that. You can't do that and have an expensive, premises. So because you're from a business development background, I'm sure that you've taken those elements from car industry where somebody's buying a car every 3 to 5 years, say, and you've turned those, those kind of skills that you had into creating great business. And it probably wouldn't have mattered what you were actually selling. You could probably have told it.
I think, thank you. That I take that as a huge compliment. Thank you. My history is sales and marketing, and I've been on every sales and every marketing course probably 10 times. So that is my history. So when I speak to my fellow boutique owners and talk to them about their stock turn and their profit and loss, they look at me like this. I'm sorry, I got my glasses on. I can't see you if I don't. So it's a business, and that's the difference. That is the difference. You've got to work it as a business and not just think you're going to stand there and look at pretty clothes all day. I mean, we do a lot of that as well, and drink prosecco, the odd bit of that, and get dressed up and take pictures and have fun. Yeah, we do all of that as well. But there's a very serious side to the business.
But I think your kind of your visual content, though, is part of your marketing strategy. It's not you just having fun. So there's, we know each other through various different ways. And one of them is the SAM Club, the Success at Marketing Club. And we've got 350 business owners in there. But I would say probably half of them are very happy where they are. They're content. I'm not going to call them complacent, because it's up to them why they have a business. They might run a little business from home, don't want to grow. It's completely a lifestyle business. And then there's people that are more maybe like me and you, who are, striving and ambitious to grow our businesses through whatever method it takes. And so you're like me, you're always learning, you're always, trying to grow as a business owner. And you've also got, haven't you, a group of boutique owners in a group, in a Facebook group. This is hence me trying to be as good as I can on Instagram, because currently I'm running 4 different pages. No wonder I struggle. So there is Maya, the business, obviously. I run a group called KISKENDAL, KIS Kendal, and that's basically just showcasing Kendal businesses and letting them showcase everybody else. So that was just a way of trying to get some social media marketing. No, you did that, and actually, I'd love to get that link from you, and we'll put that in the notes as well, because I think people would like to go and follow that or join it, whatever.
Yeah, fantastic. No, that'd be super. And I also run Boutiques in Business, which I've set up, which we've now got 60 boutiques on there. That's going to start taking a lot of my time. In fact, Jo Ireland, who may be watching this, I know she's on your group, friend of yours. She's on my group as well. It's basically, it's a very old-fashioned business, the fashion business, and it needs updating, and we need to look at our whole supply chain. So we're sort of looking at that. We're also helping each other through coronavirus at the moment. So there's a lot of fun on there. There's a lot of emotional support. But it's also, there's simple things like, have you got this dress in a 10? Because I need it for a customer, very simply. But also we're all helping each other out with furlough and et cetera, et cetera. So
I think it's an important success factor, that I think particularly for a business that wants to grow, or business owner that wants to grow, or both. Because so I don't know if you know, but as well as Ashdown Jones, I have a business where we help estate agents grow. So very similar to you, it's a very niche business. You help boutique owners, we help estate agents, and sometimes it's a simple thing like, has anybody got a copy of this document? Another time it's, oh my God, I've been given a whole development of new builds. What the heck do I do next? And so we offer free support. We also offer paid support as well. And it's definitely something that I'm glad we've had during this crisis, because it hasn't actually, but I thought that property sales would dry up completely. Unbelievably, we've sold 4 £1 million properties in the last 6 weeks.
Nice commission, nice.
Yeah, which is great. But actually, that was our plan B. So we still have the marketing agency, so we're still bringing in money that way. And I think that so just before we go into body shapes and everything, I'm fascinated by your business brain. I'm sorry, but
and me yours too. So maybe that's another chat. Maybe that's another chat over a glass of wine. Because I really want to hear more about your Tinder stories, because I find that all very amusing. Not that I'm on Tinder. I am very happily married. Thank you very much. But I do find your
stories fantastic. Yeah, all my married
friends. Someone asked me if you got home safe. I think that's hysterical. If I got home safe, for God's sake.
I've been told off by so many people for that. Who was just trying to be nice. Yeah, we're going to be nice to somebody else.
Yeah.
Anyway,
body shapes.
That's very brave, isn't it? To share my Tinder stories. Crikey. Anyway, so the point I was going to make was, do you think it's important, leading question, I know, for a business owner during a time like this to have that community to be able to tap into, to be able to draw on that support, advice, and, share resources? How has it helped you with your business?
Well, it's helped me realise that I'm not on my own. I've had ladies in boutiques have rung me in tears saying, if it wasn't for this group, I would have packed it in. Because we're all just talking to each other. It is a very isolated business, and you don't really know what's going on out there. And all your suppliers will tell you there is nothing wrong with that dress. You just can't sell it. And you go, hang on a minute. So that's 50 boutiques. They've all got that dress, and all of them are saying there's something wrong with that dress. So it's just nice that we can all talk to each other. It's never happened before. I'm amazed that it doesn't exist. Hey ho, I've decided to do something about that. It is a free group at the moment. I think by the time I get back to work, I will have to cover my time somehow because it's getting bigger by the day. But that's not a complaint, because that's great. In fact, within our industry, we have a magazine which is called Drapers. So it's like the magazine, the fashion magazine. And they did an Instagram post yesterday and tagged my group in the post for feedback, which I was really chuffed by, considering this is a very new thing. I was really, really pleased with that.
That's great. Oh, well done. That's great. And I think, in terms of Ashdown Jones and the lockdown lessons, we're doing exactly the same. We're creating a community. I think at times like this, people want to belong to something. They want to feel like the part of the supported community. They want to be able to have a little rant or a cry or a, question or advice or whatever. And I think that's what the lockdown lessons are doing. They're allowing people to, share their expertise like you're doing now. Putting a face to the name. So we're getting to know people. In fact, I was just talking to somebody is stuck in a beautiful apartment in the middle of London, albeit overlooking Hyde Park, but is thinking, actually, I could sell and buy a lakefront property for the same amount of money. And I said to her, are you following our Ashdown Jones page? Because at the moment, we're doing these fantastic expert interviews, and you could get to know 50 local business owners. They're on the page.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Feel integrated into the community. So I think it helps everybody to create a community and what you're doing is you're the facilitator of that group, the facilitator of that community. And I think it's hugely important.
No, I agree. Otherwise, obviously, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. And it is, I think, I hate the word networking. It doesn't sit well with me, but we all, a lot of people have businesses, and even though we're all in business and we are in competition with each other, we can all learn a lot from each other as well. Yeah. When you look at boutiques and you look at Maya, in fact, I counted them up. We are now, probably 2 or 3 in Kendal now. In 14 years, I counted up over 30 have come and gone in that time. So
that's what I mean. You have had an incredible staying power, but that goes back to what we were saying before. You've worked your socks off, and you're not afraid
to give up.
You don't know. Yeah, and also you've pivoted. So as you see the market moving, and you think, right, okay, Wainwright's Yards isn't right for us anymore, so we're going to go on Dockway and make it more of an experience, more of a destination. That's another pivot. That's just reacting to the market, and I think that's fantastic. And that's what is obviously going to enable you to survive, because other people could have gone, do you know, it's not working anymore in Wainwright's Yard. I'm going to close. I'm going to stop. And you didn't do that.
Oh, I got close to it, to be honest. Last year, I think it was on the cards. But then I looked at my lovely business. I looked at what I do. I looked at my staff and thought, nah, I'm 55. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to call it a day.
55?
Say
what,
again,
what are you drinking? Because I think I'm going to have some of that. 55? How can you be 55?
I look about 112 today, Sam.
You look about 40 at the most.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, body shapes.
Have you got kids? Have you got kids?
No.
Because you know what?
Ridiculous.
The younger somebody looks, the less kids they have. I've started to realise there is a definite correlation here.
When I was 14, I left the motor trade. It was my 40th birthday. And I sort of looked at Steve and thought, oh, if I'm going to have a child, I'm going to have to do it now because I'm getting old. So do you know what he did? Bought me a Porsche.
Oh,
cheaper.
Job done.
You can either have a child or you can have a Porsche. So I went.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's where I went.
Choice.
I could have had 3 Porsches by now, actually.
Yeah,
especially
much
with the
cheaper.
amount of
Much cheaper, Sam.
We talk about body shapes.
Shall we? Do you want to?
Go on. Go on, let's give it a go.
Do you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about body shapes, and I know that's not what this is about, but more than that, one of the things that I wanted to talk to your lovely ladies about, and what I see every day,
we've got gents
and gents, of course, yeah. It's not about size, okay? It's not about size. It's about shape, okay? So I will get ladies coming into the shop regularly and going, oh, do you do my size? And I look at them and I think, what do you mean? And they go, oh, well, I'm an 18. And I look at them and I go, really? And so I'll give them a dress to try on. They go, what size is it? And I go, well, just try it on, because it's European sizes. You won't understand the label anyway. And they'll put it on. And then I'll go, well, actually, it's a 14. And they go, but I'm not a 14. I go, no, you are, because you're wearing the wrong shape. And this is the problem. Right. Understanding your body shape or not understanding your body shape will probably mean that you're wearing a size or 2 sizes too big or even too small, because you're not dressing for what you are. And I think one of the things with body shapes is, do you know what? There will be things that we love. There will be things that you love and you look at in a magazine. There will be things that I love. Mine is pretty floaty dresses. Okay, love them. No, it's never going to work for me. Don't try. Give up. Just give up. I'm a lovely unstructured suit sort of person. I'm not a floaty dress. Kate Middleton thinks she's amazing. All these beautiful Liberty print dresses she wears. If I put one of those on, I just look like my mum. It's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. If you go into a fitting room with 10 dresses all the same and none of them are working, give up. Give up. Clearly, you're trying to wear the wrong thing. Right. So I think understanding your body shape is really, really important. There are lots of, I've got some pictures on here, but I'm just going to use my hands. It's much easier. Okay. So think Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. Marilyn Monroe. Think Jessica Rabbit. Yeah. Okay. Hourglass figure. Okay. Yeah. Hourglass figure. So bust and hips sort of the same size, and you go in at the middle.
I'm going to give you a bit more space, Amanda. There you go. Okay. More space.
Okay, so we've got the lovely hourglass shape. Okay, now this is the shape that society will tell you, not me. So any of you feminists out there, don't give me a hard time. Society will tell you it's the perfect female body. Okay, because you've got a bust, you've got a little waist, and you've got hips. Okay, so that's great. That, by understanding hourglass, that is effectively what we are all trying to achieve. But most of us don't have an hourglass figure, okay? So a lot of British women have, now the old phrase is pear shape, which I hate. I think it's very unflattering. Triangular shape, so basically narrower at the shoulders and then wider at the hips. Okay, so this is what you would call the old-fashioned pear shape. Okay, so let's just go through all the shapes to start with. Hourglass, yeah? Hourglass. Pear, so triangle, so narrow at the top, wider at the bottom. Then you've got an inverted triangle, which is wide at the top and narrow here. So wide at the top. So think what's the swimmer's name? Rebecca Adlington. So big shoulders, narrow hips. She's always going to have that shape because of how much she swims, obviously. But again, bigger here, narrower here. Then you've got, which is probably the easiest shape to dress, straight up and down. Straight up and down.
That is not easy to dress. I obviously need a lesson.
You're not column shaped, so there you go.
I have got no waist whatsoever. Well, especially not down during lockdown. Lockdown, I've left my waist. I am just straight up and down.
Straight up and down is by far the easiest, because you're simply you're like a clothes hanger. You're like a mannequin. It is the easiest shape to dress, trust me. And I'm going to show you some pictures in a second. And then you've got apple, of course. So you've got apple. Ladies who tend to be an apple shape, which is a little bit round, carry your weight in your middle. Always tend to have really good arms and legs, because they've got, it's also called the robin shape. So you carry your weight around your tummy a little bit like that, and then you've got these lovely lean arms and legs. Okay, so it's all about understanding first and foremost what your shape is, and then working with that shape to create effectively, to balance out the the shape that you are wanting to create. So for instance, I'm going to start with hourglass. Okay, so let me see if you can see this. She's going to kill me for this.
I'm going to move in a little bit more. Hang on.
Okay. So Leanne, who works for me, has a beautiful hourglass figure. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
See. So she has a bust, she has a waist, and I'm going to get this right. Go the opposite way. So there you go. So there's I'll try that again. Go that way. Yeah. Okay. So that's Leanne. That's a great outfit for your hourglass. That's a jumpsuit that we have in stock at the moment. So basically, nips in at the waist, nice flare in the sleeve. The one thing you don't want to do if you're an hourglass figure is hide your waist, because it's your best bit. So that you need to be showing that off. And even hourglass figures, people find that difficult too.
Well, hourglass, you've got to not be afraid of your waist, have you? Because you're going to go out and you're going to go out again. So
yeah,
it's about showing the middle bit, isn't it? To balance it out.
Absolutely, yeah. Another dress, ruching and figure hugging, really great for hourglass figures. That's a fabulous piece.
Oh yeah.
Anything that nips in at the waist is going to be good for you if you have an hourglass figure. Okay, so that's hourglass. So let's now look at if you're a little bit pear-shaped, and that means that you're narrower at the top or triangle and you're wider at the bottom. Okay, now Bev's going to kill me because Bev is pear-shaped. Okay, fabulous pear-shaped figure, but I don't know if you can see on there. I'm just going to make this bigger for you. Bev is fab with something that has a little layer over the top.
All right, yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So basically, let me see if I can find something else to show you in pear shape, which is really good. Again, for pear shape, that's a jumpsuit that Bev has on.
Right.
Which
she's not big on the bottom, is she?
She's not, but Bev is narrower shoulders and slightly more hippie. She'll be the first to. She would say she's got a fat bum. She hasn't. She's just she hasn't. She's got a fantastic figure. But with this jumpsuit, because it's got an open neck, what that is doing, it's balancing her out, but it's making Bev look a little bit wider at the top, which balances her out because her hips are slightly bigger. Now, if you then think about people like, your inverted triangle, Rebecca Adlington, the swimmer. Okay, so I've got to do this. So that's a great outfit for someone like that because she is very wide at the top. So basically, by wearing something that's wider towards around the hips, that's narrowing her down at the top. And also anyone with who's quite big shouldered and narrow hipped, a long necklace is always really good for that, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to draw the eye down. So anything that's going to narrow this area here. What you don't want to do, if you're an inverted triangle or a swimmer, you don't want to have been in the new romantics phase, because all that big ruffle and collar up here would not have been a good look for you, and the little skinny leggings, that would not have worked very well. So that would probably be a no-no in that. With regards to column shape, which is straight up and down, I mean, think Cameron Diaz. She's stunning, amazing, but
I'm no Cameron Diaz, it's true, but she is you're right, but she's so tall, she can carry it off. Whereas when I'm like Cameron Diaz would be if she'd had a very heavy weight on her head for a long time. I'm only 5'2", so my column is a wider column. It's been squished out, but it's still, like that. So how do I give myself a waist?
Okay, but basically, so the first question I've got to ask you is, would you say you are short or long-bodied? Do you think you're taller when you sit down?
Yeah, I am long-bodied and short-legged. Okay. Yeah.
If you're taller when you sit down, and I know a lot of ladies who you can sit next to at a table and you think, God, they're really tall. And then when they stand up, actually, they're not, because they've got really short legs.
Well, my daughter, who is a good 6 inches taller than me, maybe not, but yeah, about 6 inches, she's got the world's longest legs, but with the same height sitting next to each other.
Right, okay. So if you're long-bodied, in order to give you shape and to make you look taller, you always want to wear something that's probably empire line. So basically something that fits just under the bust. If you were to wear an empire line dress or a tunic, for instance, with a high belt, so the belt cut sits just under your bust line. That is going to accentuate your legs and your lower half of your body and make you look taller.
Right.
So basically, again, remembering we're trying to create this shape, aren't we? So
I've always found that high-waisted jeans are better on me because of that, not low-waisted jeans. Then, right, okay, I can see why.
You wear low-waisted jeans, you're just going to probably end up looking like one of the 7 dwarfs, with all respect.
I look like I'm actually pulled my jeans up. That's the problem. I just look like my jeans are halfway down. Yeah, my legs.
Yeah, not good. Not a good look. No. So, so again, remember you're trying to create this shape. So if you're straight up and down, what's probably good for you? Something with a little shoulder padding, something with a structure.
I love the 1950s. Absolutely love them. All those big jackets with a little waist thing. Yeah. Peplums.
Love a peplum. Peplum's good for you as well. That will give you shape. So with your column, trying to create the curve, you've got to bring it in at the middle, and it's okay if you just accentuate your shoulders a little bit, because then you're gonna create that sort of shape. A knee length flared skirt would be good for you. Trousers that sit on the waist with like a pleat detail, like what we call like a tulip style.
Chino.
Like a chip, but sitting on the waist would be good for you, because what they're going to do is they're going to give you that shape. That's right. What they're going to do. So if we go back, you've got your hourglass, which has got that shape anyway. Never hide your waist. Show your waist, because that's your best bit. Pear shaped, which is smaller at the top and wider at the bottom. Balance yourself out by giving you some width at the top. Probably an open neck. Don't wear big flared skirts, because that's just going to accentuate that shape. Your Rebecca Adlington, your swimmer, big in the shoulders, narrow in the hip. A swing dress, okay, something that fits here, that swings out like an A shape. Again, you're balancing that shape up. She's that shape. She wants to add that. So basically, you add in the swing that will give you that shape. Column, nip yourself in at the waist and accentuate on the shoulders. And if you are a round shape, if you do carry your weight in the middle, I know a lot of customers of mine who are that sort of robin shape. And I sell them a lot of on the knee swing dresses, because it's a perfect shape for them. It is perfect shape.
Is a swing dress the one with the waist or one without the waist?
One without the waist, like an A-line. So a swing dress basically fits up here, nice fitted, and then has got some movement in it around the, sort of down to sort of knee length, that type of thing.
So what do most women do badly then? What do most women make mistakes of? If they are slightly, if there's part of their body that this feels a bit too big, do they tend to wear something big over the whole thing? Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, I think people do try and hide the things that they're not happy with, without maybe trying to understand why they're not happy with them. So if you're not happy with your legs, but you're an hourglass shape, which is me, then basically I wouldn't wear big baggy wide trousers, because my waist is there, my hips are there, my trousers have got to come in narrower, otherwise I'm just going to look this wide. So I think it's the answer to your question, Sam, is that people don't analyze their own body shape. And I think that's really important. You've got to stand in front of the mirror and you've got to look at yourself and not look at your cellulite and your wobbly bits, because we've all got it. But look in and just Google it, because it's all online. But just try and ascertain what your body shape is. And there are a few other rules that I think is always really important to remember. And that is one of the things that gets forgotten about a lot, that we don't really talk about, are shoulders. Okay, shoulders are really important. Okay, if you are a column shape, if you are wide,
my shoulders are really narrow. Really, I've got tiny shoulders. Makes my head look big. You don't want to be wearing a drop shoulder. Okay, you're going to be better with some structure. Okay, and maybe a little bit of padding here just to give you a nice shape. Their shoulders are really, really important. Feel better in jackets. Like a Jules jacket with a nipped in waist and a bit of a shoulder pad. I quite like those.
Yeah, because that's giving you that shape that you want. Shoulders are really important, and I think we should all think about more. Fabrics are really important. Okay, if you know, I'm a curvy girl. I've always been a curvy girl, and I look at floaty chiffon dresses and go, "Ooh, I'd love to wear that." And the reason I go, "Ooh, I'd love to wear it," is because I can't. You know, if you are a little bit curvy and a little bit on the, you know, on the curvy side, don't try and wear chiffon and light fabrics, because you're probably just going to end up looking like a tent. You know, heavy jersey is always good. Fabrics that flow, fabrics that hang are really, really good if you're a bit curvy. Sleeves, if something doesn't have a sleeve, put something under it. I get so many people coming in and going, "Oh, I couldn't wear that dress because it hasn't got a sleeve." And I think, well, one, get your arms out. Everybody's got wobbly arms. Don't worry about it, because we've all got wobbly arms anyway. But if you do want to cover them, there are so many things you can buy now, which are like sheer underpieces that you can put on under a dress, so you can cover your arms. My trick, try on some of your clothes back to front. Yeah, I know. I love a boat neck. Okay. Yeah. Maybe not your hoodie. I love a boat neck, and a lot of things don't come with a boat neck, which is what this is. Okay, this is a boat neck. I actually wear a lot of my clothes back to front.
Do you?
I genuinely do. This is the right way around, because this actually does have a boat neck. But I actually do wear a lot of my dresses back to front, and the girls will tell you that is absolutely 100% the truth. You can put something on back to front and it looks completely different. So try it. Go through your wardrobe, put some things on back to front. One of my other tips is never ever. Now, if I said to you 1990s cut on the bias per Una Marks and Spencer's dress, never buy one. Okay, cut on the bias doesn't suit anyone. If you have a cut on the bias dress, burn it. Burn it. Don't even give it to charity. Nobody deserves. They're horrible.
Tea towel.
Anything cut on the bias. Even Kate Moss doesn't look good in something that's cut on the bias. Okay, if it is, and it's got, look it up if you don't know exactly what I mean. The shift dress that's cut on the bias. Honestly, it was the worst invention that was ever made. So that needs to go in there. That's my room 101. Room, whatever it's called. Throw bias cut dresses in the bin. And what else did I want to tell you? Oh, my other tip before we move on today, and good for body shapes and things. Okay, so scarves. Scarves are brilliant, yeah. We all love a scarf.
We like a good scarf, don't we?
When you put a scarf on, you see that's the top of the scarf. It's straight.
Yeah.
Start with the point, okay? Start with the point. Put it on and wrap it round, because by starting with a point, you get a waterfall effect here. You don't get a big chunky end to your scarf, you get a waterfall effect. And by getting a waterfall effect, you can then, because you've got this thinner piece of fabric at the end, you can then basically do whatever you want. And that's really good, considering I'm doing it backwards.
Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, that's really nice.
I am the scarf queen.
that was really
great. And I can tell you, we could be doing an hour on scarves. Say again.
Show me again, Amanda. You're going to have to do that quickly again, because that was how you did the ends. That was really quick.
So basically, start with the point. So you got a long scarf, start with the point, and then you wrap it round, and then you get a waterfall effect here, like this. Get waterfall effect. So then basically just take.
I'll do this in slow motion.
These ends. I'm going to have to do it without looking, and just wrap it through there. So you've wrapped it through the round bit, and then just tie a little bow in it.
Oh, it's a bow. I would never have thought of tying a bow in a scarf.
Why not? Bows and scarves are made to go together.
I would never.
Laurel and Hardy. There you go.
I live in North Face, most of the time. I'm like, you're the worst customer ever for you. But,
yeah, I'm going to get you in and do you a makeover, I think.
Nobody will be able to recognise me again. Which, just a last question, just for me personally, which celebrities do it well? So forgetting about, the skinny ones and the Kate Middletons, but, which normal people that are celebrities do it well?
Well, the problem is they don't, do they? Because they've all got stylists. So if you want to know who are the best stylists, that's a different question. Which celebrities do it well?
I quite like Karen Brady. I think she is really good. I know obviously she's got a stylist, I'm sure, but I like how she dresses for her body because she's not the skinniest person.
No, and that's very power dressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, okay, here you go. I'll tell you who does it good, not a particular person, but the secret to a good dress. This is an Yves Saint Laurent phrase, okay? The secret to a good dress is the attitude of the woman that's wearing it. Now, if you get the right dress on the right body shape, and I see it in the shop all the time, women walk out of the fitting room like this and look at themselves in the mirror, and yeah, she likes that. She likes that. And that's it. You find the right shape and you put the right dress on the right body shape, and you wear it with confidence, and that's the best look.
Well, that's why women should come to a shop like yours rather than, you know, the Dorothy Perkins and in fact, is it even there anymore? But you know, where no, they're just selling, aren't they? They're just selling things. They're not helping and advising and consulting, which is what you're doing, aren't you?
Yeah, I actually had a lady in the shop not long ago, and she said to me, "Well, I hope you don't mind me asking you." She said, "Is this one of those old-fashioned shops?" And I went, "I'm sorry." And she said, "Oh, I don't mean that nastily." She said, like shops you used to have in the old days when people used to show you what to wear and help you. And I went, "Yeah, actually." Then in that case, yes, we are one of those old-fashioned type of shops. Yeah.
Aww. Well, we're a very old-fashioned type estate agent for exactly that. We are.
That's where the market's going. It's where the market's going.
Decide whether to move or not. We don't just sell houses. We would be out of business if all we did was sell houses all day. Yeah. You have to advise. I think that's what people want. People need, because there's so much information out there, isn't there, Amanda, that it's actually about interpreting the information for that individual person in front of you, because they can't, it's too much information. It's overload.
Yeah. And it is when, and okay, we're going back to sales courses now, but qualifying your customer. I often, when ladies come in, for an occasion outfit, I remember one lady who came in and she was being edgy and she wasn't really telling me what it is that she wanted. And I just said, "Look, who's going to be at this wedding?" She went, "My ex-husband." I went, "Right. Okay. So you need to look hot then." She went, "Yeah." I went, "Okay, that's fine."
There you go. Tell me that.
Just tell me what it is. My ex-husband and his new girlfriend. Okay. That's all I need to know.
That's all you need to know, isn't it? That's
all I need to know.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is a really good point to end on, actually. And I know that you and I could talk for several hours on lots of different topics, and we need to take this talk offline as well. But don't talk to me about clothes, just talk to me about the business and I'll be happy.
Okay.
But no, this has been great, and I've really enjoyed it. I've learned absolutely loads. So thank you. And I will maybe let you get your magic wand out on me at some point in the future, because I clearly need it.
I think we will now. I think you'll actually be quite surprised, and you will be surprised. I can see you already in a nice pair of slim fit jeans with a nice top, nice loosish top, little jacket, nipped in waist, and some heels. Yeah, we can do that for you.
It's a nipped in waist I'm struggling with at the moment, but give me a few weeks to get rid of my lockdown pounds, and then
we're all in that boat, I'm afraid.
All right. Well, look, thank you so much. Where do people go to find out a bit more about you? Go to the Maya page.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook. There's Maya Kendal on Facebook. We've also got Maya exclusive as well. But if you just search Maya, you'll find us. We have a website, www.maya. We are on Instagram, Maya Limited on Instagram. And if anybody's interested in the boutique side of it, boutiques in business, you can find us through there. And our new shop will be on Dockeray. But if you follow us on social media, then you'll be able to. Have
you got a date for that yet, or a month even?
We've got to build it yet, and all the stock is still on lockdown in the old shop. So I guess end of July, August. If everything goes the way we think it's going to go, and they start doing some sort of release on lockdown, then. But it's going to take us a while to get in. But I'm guessing sort of end of July, August, something like that.
Well, when the time comes, I'll bring along. We'll have a mobile version of this, and we'll do a feature on your opening, because that will be really exciting.
Great. on our social distance opening. We will look forward to it. Oh, and I must tell you about my masks. I must tell you and your lovely clients something about my masks.
I've heard about your masks. Tell us.
We've just ordered them now. And we've ordered some because we know at some point we're probably going to have to wear face masks. So we have them on order now with lots of different coloured lips. So you can choose your own lip style and colour to suit your outfits and your different moods.
We've just had to get a load of masks for Ashdown Jones. Might just have to paint the lips on, I think.
Yeah.
But we're looking out for yours as well. Thank you so much, Amanda. We'll make sure we put the links to all your socials and everything in the notes. But it's been a fun session. I knew it would be.
Super.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.